Okay, what's up, guys? So, Hot T has uploaded a video titled "I Can't Anymore" with Tana Mongeau, whatever that girl's last name is. I've heard so many different ways of saying her name. At this point, I don't care. I honestly I just don't care. But and then the rest of the title continues on by saying, also James Charles is in another scandal. So yeah, I guess he. So here's the thing, because I did talk about this a little bit on my podcast about, like, I guess this like 14-year-old kid that accused James Charles of like reaching out to him and being all weird and stuff. So here's the thing, I'm not denying that. If it happened, it happened. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Where, let's see if the kid, if he does like say that he's getting his parents involved or something like that. But I just found it kind of weird, like he got his friend involved in one of the videos before he got his own parents involved. So my thing is that I don't know if I'm under the age and then there's some grown adult like messaging me and then he's fame. I'm telling mom. I'm straight up telling mom and dad. I'm like I'm fearing for my life right now. This guy crazy, but yeah, I just personally believe like you should contact or like some sort of authority and things like your parents or the police, somebody, and then you send that evidence to them and stuff instead of trying to get some views on YouTube and things. I mean, yeah, it's like you're exposing this person for who they really are, but I personally feel like that yeah, it's like you should have contacted somebody rather than going about it on YouTube. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys go subscribe to my good friend Hot T. Follow her all across her social media and stuff. And in that being said, let's get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to Weekly TV. Today we're going to be talking about a number of things, including Tana Mongeau's annoying ass and James Charles's recent scandal. Starting off with Tana Mongeau, I don't even know what to say about her. I've tried giving her the benefit of the doubt for way too long. Throughout every scandal, I tried to justify her actions by being like, oh, she's just young, she's allowed to make mistakes, or that her mental health is suffering and whatnot. I've basically been letting Tana off the hook the same way I had left Trisha Paytas off the hook for years and years on end just because I enjoyed watching her videos. But this is the final straw for me. Literally for the past month, all she's been doing is going out every single night with multiple different groups of people, going out to parties and restaurants and whatnot. And throughout this entire time, everyone online has been letting her know that she's putting herself and other people at risk. But Tana, of course, didn't give a rat's ass about anything anyone had to say and wanted to go out every single night. She even posted this on her Instagram story a couple of nights ago.
Listen, we don't care. Sorry.
Guys, I'm not even a
My thing is that I haven't had to deal with COVID-19 a day before in my life, but I've been like crazy sick before. But the way that people have been explaining COVID-19, and I'll admit, like when it all started, I wasn't believing in it. I was just all like, oh man, this stuff's just gonna blow over. They're gonna find some cure for it and stuff. And we all gonna go back to normal. But then I had lost this job that I was working at. Stores was closing down. Like I hadn't seen any of my friends or like coworkers or anybody in like months. So yeah, I started taking it and it just seemed like it got closer and closer and closer. To me, it was just kind of like dealing with COVID is like dealing with like a death within like your friend group or like family or something. Like you don't really think about it when it's happening to other people, but when it gets closer and closer, I hadn't had no friends or no family deal with. I don't think I have. They had to deal with any like they tested positive for COVID, but it was just more so. It's like it got like people was testing positive in the town that I live in, and then it got like it in the city that I worked in, and then the state that I'm in, and then it just got closer and closer and stuff. So yeah, that's why I was like, okay, maybe I need to take this a little bit more serious. But yeah, I remember when this stuff all started, I was still going out. I was like, man, I was hoping. I was like, oh yeah, I hope these stores open up here soon so I can like go back. And then once I realized, I'm like, oh, these stores can like stay closed forever. I'm content and I'm fine where I'm at right now. I'm like, I'm at home chilling, making YouTube videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm like this COVID stuff. I'm not trying to fool with it. I'm just I'm trying to stay here and survive and things. But yeah, it's like when people when they go out about when they're going to parties and stuff. I didn't even go to parties before COVID-19. I was doing social distancing before anybody. So that's what I'm like. But to go to it while like it's yeah, I personally yeah, it's when they get sick and then they sitting here fighting for their life and stuff. And I know they're saying like a lot of people at my like at our age or you like in your like early 20s and stuff you ain't gonna have to worry about it. Still, I'm not taking no chances. I remember as a kid I had lung issues and I don't want that stuff to come back and I'm out here fighting for my life and struggling and all of that. Like that just be some like scary news to tell people that you like and that you care about. It's like, hey, like I tested positive for this crazy virus that's been going around killing everybody across the world and stuff. So yeah, I'm like I'm not with that. So I'm staying home.
Violent person, but watching this story literally makes me want to hit her. Like, I actually can't. But then other people like James Charles started apologizing for going to Lorraine's huge birthday party, and she figured she might come out with a dumb apology on her story as well. She said, partying slash going to any social gatherings during a global pandemic was such a careless and irresponsible action on my behalf. I fully hold myself.
It's like the thing is, it's like you can come out and apologize about it on social media, but is it going to matter? Like you figured, oh, I already went to this party, so I could just come out with some like bull crap apology and things, and everybody will be okay about it. That's all. Like, cause honestly, like that's what some people want to see. But my thing is, it's like no, like this is the message that you're putting out here to people and things. Like, oh, I could go out there, go to a party and stuff. People get on me about it, just come out with some like bullcrap apology. No, stay home. That's what I'm like, bro. I am content where I am at. Okay, I got everything that I need. I got food, supplies. Can make it like an infinite amount of YouTube videos. I am chilling at home. So yeah, I'm like, yo, quarantine. They say quarantine can go on until next year. I'm like, look, as long as I could go out for walks and stuff, that's all that I need. That's all that I need. But parties and all that, and I'm like, big giant gatherings, nah, I'm cool.
Accountable for this, plus we'll be staying inside. Actions like that don't deserve a platform, and I want to fully apologize and be better than this. I'm sorry. While Eric and I were referring to past drama in our
People
video
so
of the
quick to
topic no longer
apologize.
matters,
Like,
I need to be a better example in
been
person.
done.
This is the shittiest apology I've seen in my life, and I've been making tea videos for over a year now, so I've seen quite a few apology videos.
So usually Ray, she doesn't put it where her face is like the freeze frame of the video. That's funny.
Tana isn't sorry for going to any social gatherings. She's sorry that people are mad. And don't even get me started on this picture. And yeah, I tweeted about it too, okay? Because I'm mad. I'm not even mad at Tana here. Like, yeah, she's not wearing the mask the correct way, but what the fuck is this? Is this girl dumb or is she stupid?
It was funny. I just started thinking about this. I'm like, they're going to come out like how they come out with different types of Jordans. That's how they are. That's how they're going to come out with different types of masks. They're like, oh yeah, you got like a mesh mask, then you got a leather one, then you got a suede one. You got one where it's like it unzips, and then oh yeah, they're gonna come out with so many different. So you got the Louis Vuitton mask. You got the what would you like? Oh yeah, there's gonna be so many different types of like mask collaborations and stuff, and different types of masks that's coming out. So my thing is, I'm like, look, if it covers up my face, you know what I need? I need a mask that's like not going to fog up my glasses and stuff. Like I was thinking, I might have to just turn that into a skit real quick. I'm like, cause I'm saying like I just be chilling, and next thing you know, I like start like looking. I'm like, dang, I can't see, but
I don't understand this. How many brain cells does this girl have? Sorry, this is turning into a really hateful video. And it's not even that I myself have been the saint throughout this entire quarantine who hasn't seen a single person. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, you'll see me hanging out with a friend or two every now and then, but I'm always with the same group of people, and it probably happens less than once a week. I don't hop from party to party, potentially transmitting a deadly disease to hundreds of people. And doesn't Tana have asthma too? Like, she's in a higher risk group, and I bet no one will feel the slightest bit bad for her if she does get the virus. I'm just so fucking over her doing whatever the fuck she wants and then crying and apologizing.
If she has asthma, she shouldn't be going out and about. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to chill on that. Like, because my situation was that when I was a kid, I didn't have asthma. I thought it was asthma, but then, my mom, she explained it to me that it was like, I had like not asthma, but it was some sort of like lung issues. It was like similar to asthma and stuff. But it would hit me at like random times. Like I would be asleep and then would start like breathing hard. Like I would, yeah. So pretty much in a way, I would kind of have like some sort of like lung attack like while I was asleep. So yeah, it was a pretty scary situation and stuff. And yeah, it's like I hadn't dealt with something like that in years, like, so thank God. But yeah, it's like, you know, that type of stuff, like I'm fearing for that, because I'm like, yo, like when this stuff started happening and they was just like, oh yeah, it was getting people. I think that's when it like put fear in my eyes, is when they was just like people with asthma are at a higher chance. And so I was all like, bro, I'm not like trying to sit here and like be the age I'm at. I'm like, dang, I hadn't had a family. I hadn't been able to like yell at my kids for failing a class and stuff. I hadn't been able to, you know, be an old man. Like, I'm trying to be looking like Morgan Freeman one day. You know, I'm not trying to be like 20 something years old and then all of a sudden COVID-19 takes me out and stuff. Like, I'm trying to get to like, I'm trying to have like a more. I'm trying to be like 70 some years old, have a Morgan Freeman voice and just narrating stuff. Like, I want to like be able to narrate. If they come out with like a hot tea documentary and stuff, I want to be the narrator. I want to be the one to narrate that and stuff. I want my voice to be out there some more and things. So
for it and getting away with it every single time. Her apology to Colin Berry was like probably 1,200 words, but actions speak louder than words, Tana. I guess we'll just have to see what she means by I need to be a better example in person. Let's see if she'll actually stop going out and actually wear a fucking goddamn mask, for God's sake. And now let's talk about James Charles.
My thing is that that's what she very well could have done, is like come out in the video like telling people like, hey, this is how you protect yourself in these times, like, you know, because yeah, it's like your fans, they're gonna be looking at you for like advice and things. They looking up. There's people that look up to you, so when they see you going out and having a party and things, and that's what they're gonna want to do. They go like, oh, I want to be just like Tana. I want to go out and party and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta come out with a video. That's what I came out, and I don't think I uploaded the video yet, but I did record a video saying like wear your mask. I plan on probably recording another video. I plan on doing a skit. I plan on doing everything possible to tell and warn people of what's going on in the world right now, because I have people that look up to me and I don't want them to be in a situation where they end up getting sick and stuff.
So there's this 14-year-old kid slash TikToker named Ethan Andrew who's come out with a YouTube video claiming that James Charles has made advances towards him knowing he was only 14. His video was deleted by YouTube and then he later re-uploaded it. At the beginning of the video he wrote, "Dear James, I'm not making this video to cancel you or destroy your image, but simply to get my truth out. I really did enjoy being your friend until you started wanting more from me. Because of you, a part of me will never be the same, and I wish I could say everything, but I'm scared of what you'll do to me." He went on to say, me and James started off as friends,
that's then he got comfortable. Nah, like, bro, like, that's what I'm like, see, that's the thing, I'm like, because he came out with a separate video. I think it was Hot Tea might talk about it, but it's like you don't want to ruin the person's. No, I'm like, if I'm 14 years old, I'm doing everything possible. I'm like, no, this dude's a weirdo. I'm 14. How old is James Charles? He's like 20 something or like whatever. He's over the age. I'm under the age. Oh, I'm coming out. I'm like, whatever happens to him happens to him. But I'm like, yeah, it's like you are talking to a minor in a sexual way, like. What do you think is going to happen when you come out in a video like that? And it's like, yeah, it is ruining his image. Like, you know, there's people going to get on him about that.
Sending me nudes after several times of me asking him to stop. He knew I was 14, but because I was young, he thought he could take advantage of me and control me, and every time I refused to do what he wanted, he threatened to out me. He then proceeded to show receipts that he was indeed speaking to James Charles on Snapchat and Instagram. Alright, so let's get into what he said in the video. Oh, and I have no clue why this guy is here.
That's why I'm all like, yeah, there's just no reason for him to be there. I was just like, that's why I'm like, he should have had like a parent or a guardian or some authority power present. I'm like, what's your friend gonna do? Like, it doesn't make no sense. It's like those like Judge Judy episodes, and they're all like, what is that person there for? I'm like, it's between y'all. That person, I don't care about them.
James first, just for fun, not thinking much of it. James responds saying, "Why do you keep texting me?" Which is kind of sketchy. Makes me think if Ethan had messaged him before. Ethan responds with a picture of himself. James asks his age. Ethan again responds with a picture. I'm not saying Ethan's lying or that he's telling the truth or anything, but it just seems odd that he was sending all these replies with pictures that disappear instantly on Instagram, leaving no proof as to whether or not he was dating on James or if he had actually given his real age.
That's what I'm like, because I did say it in my podcast, I'm like, I personally believe that this guy was doing it for clout. Of course, like, anybody could come out with something if it's like somebody of high power and things, and they could just be doing stuff for clout and stuff. So that's what I'm like, yeah, it's just people, they do that, and it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, y'all better than that.
I add, even if he were hitting on him, it wouldn't matter. That still wouldn't have allowed James to make any sexual advances on him because he's literally 14 years old. Like, you can't even give consent at that age, even if you wanted to. Ethan says that he told James his age in the picture, and James just replied saying, "That's very young," and asked for his Snapchat. Ethan, being a naive little kid, didn't think much of it and just thought it was cool to have such a big influencer on his Snapchat. But then James started pushing boundaries on Snapchat and making him feel really uncomfortable with the things he was sending. Ethan also said that James was trying to get him to think he was bi or gay or visit him in LA and whatnot.
And when I did say I would come out there, like hang out was, I said I was going to come out with him, which is like my brother, like older brother, and he got very defensive and mad about it, actually.
He reiterates that he's not making this video to cancel James. He's making it to help other kids who are going through a similar situation.
And to all the parents and everybody watching this video, I'm trying to help you out for the future with your kids.
If this isn't true, I feel really, really, really bad for James. It's like he just does not have any luck in the romance department. But also, like, saying the guy's name just got cleared.
Sounds like just everybody's just trying to set him up and things. I don't know. I guess with my situation, I don't know. I feel like with me, like, why I'm like not like good with the whole relationship thing is that I feel like I look too young. I feel like I look like a teenager. There's because I feel like, every girl I think I didn't talk to, they look like they over the age of 18, but it looked like I should be hanging out with their little brother playing Modern Warfare 2 or something. So that's what I'm like. I guess that's just that's what I need to do. I need to just gain like 100 pounds of muscle. I just need to look like a WWE wrestler or something. And just wear like muscle shirts and just drink protein shakes for the rest of my life. That's all I need to do. I just need to just gain. That's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to work on that this year. I'm gonna try to gain like 100 pounds of just pure muscle and things, and just be like, just look like I just do push-ups for no reason. But
the whole Tati, Jeffrey, Shane situation, and now he's getting dragged into a whole other thing. Like, this guy just can't live his life in peace. And I can see all of this leading to him having major trust issues going forward in the future. I think the only question here is whether
you need to. That's the thing, though. You need to. Like, I see, because me personally, I have like trust issues with people online. I don't know. I don't really like talking to a whole lot of people and things because it's kind of like a situation. It's like James is like, I just feel like that. It's like anybody that I get close to on the internet. It's like I feel like that it's like at some point in time it's like, we're gonna get into it and things. So I try to keep like a distance between people, but then it's like I don't know, if I have like a good feeling about them, then I'm just like Hot Tea, prime example. I'm like, she cool. So I'm like, she's one of those guys, I'm like, I just know that she wouldn't do anything to me and stuff. So I don't know. But I'm like, Hot Tea, she cool. So I'm like, I'm trying to think of like more stuff to say, but I'm just like, I think I've said it before. I'm just like, she's somebody that I trust and somebody that I know just won't do something to me and stuff. But anybody else, I'm just all like, nah, like, you good.
Ethan actually said he was 14 in that deleted Instagram image he sent to James. Ethan could have just blocked him and moved on with his day.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that Ethan said he was 14 and he didn't show any interest in James, yet James kept pushing farther. He also admits that he thinks he's the TikTok boy James was talking about on Logan Paul's podcast, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I summarized the podcast for you guys, so I'll link that down below. But then when he messaged James about it, James said it was not about him and actually about a boy named Nick. He also said that James told him that if he ever made a video on him, he would come after him and make his life a living hell. And now James is apparently trying to tell Ethan that he told him he was 18.
I'm honestly still uncomfortable to the situation to this day. There's so much more that I could honestly say.
It's also true that Ethan has a famous birthdays account that says he's 15 years old, but the question is whether this account existed when James was talking with him. This video was not taken very well by most people. As you can see, he has likes and dislikes off. It's only a matter of time he turns comments off as well. But he is actually going in and deleting comments because I took a
even like just the title of the video, like Dear James Charles, No More Sister. Like, why you feel like you gotta use his brand to like just be like James Charles messaged me or something, or James Charles is being inappropriate with me? But I'm like, it's stuff like that where it leads me to believe that the story was fake. Like, it's not like, I mean, yeah, I feel like that conversation did happen. Here's what I think about it. A conversation did happen between Ethan and James Charles at some point in time, all right? But Ethan, a lot of his stuff wasn't even being shown, so you wouldn't even know if what he said or something. But it was like, yeah, and then James Charles, he's like, say if James Charles did send him photos and stuff of himself, yeah, that's nasty, that's weird, you shouldn't have done that and things. But I feel like this Ethan dude was leading him on. I personally feel like that this Ethan dude was leading him on, and there's just like, oh, I'm just gonna turn this into a story and things. Because my thing is just like, bro, where are your parents? Where is a guardian? Where is an authority power? Like, how come you like talking about, yo, you ain't trying to cancel him? You talking about, oh, you scarred for life and things, or you gonna be scarred or all this stuff? But it's like, okay, then do something to like have it where other people are gonna be safe. Because my thing is, if you don't do anything about this one person, there's going to be a bunch of other people that's going to get affected by it, So that's why I'm like, yeah, you got to do something about this. You can't just be waiting for the perfect opportunity to try and make like a viral video and stuff. Like, bro, who cares about your TikTok? Who cares about your YouTube? Who cares about all that? At this point in time, like right now, it is about your life. Okay, so it's like, if you need some sort of closure, that is probably the closure. You got to do something about this.
Screenshot of this comment, and then I accidentally refreshed the page and it wasn't there anymore. The comment says, this video was put together badly. I don't want to assume anything simply because of how unclear a lot of your points were. You say he would send nudes, then he would reply back with a normal picture and he would leave you on open. But then on Instagram stories, you said he would leave it on open. A lot doesn't add up, and that's not me saying you're lying, but I think this is a very sensitive subject, and James has a reputation of people calling him a which have been proven false. Part of the story you have to come clean about too. If you did say you were 18, that's fine. He was still in the wrong. He would still get arrested, and as you say, it wouldn't be hard to find your age because you're a somewhat public figure. So now, after him deleting comments, there are more positive comments than negative. He also pinned this comment that said, man, James fans have the audacity to say this is fake after all the other people came out about what James did to them. It's actually sick that you're so blinded by him. This is a minor with evidence, and with James's history, this isn't much of a shock. Thank you for talking your truth, and I hope this works out well for you.
See, that's the thing, because I know people are going to be saying that I'm a James Charles fan. I have yet to watch a James Charles video, but I personally feel like that this situation, he could have went about this a different way. Like, if my thing is, it's like, if you are truly scarred by this situation, you got to contact some authority power and stuff and like show them the evidence and things of what happened. Don't like that whole like, oh, I'm not trying to cancel him, I'm not trying to put him in a situation. It's too late for that. It is way too late for that. You already made this video, so it's like you have no choice but to go down that route. So I'm saying like that's that's what I'm like. I personally feel like that he's just trying to do this for like clout, because it's like, okay, if you are being dead serious about this, you gotta contact the authority, or you gotta tell your parents. You gotta do something to where James Charles, he's gonna get in trouble for this. Like, he is going to face some time for this. He's going to like get some internet privileges taken away from him because he's out online talking to minors. So I'm saying, if he knew you was a minor, then yes, just like you have everything, you have evidence. All right, you have those messages, you have everything possible that you need. So I'm saying, like, don't, go about this like, oh, I like not trying to hurt him or anything. Like, it's too late for that. You went down that route, you went down that road. So it's like you have no choice but to continue on going until you reach an ending point. But
Ethan also posted this video.
I wanted a friendship with this dude. He kept taking it too far. I didn't know what to do. So for everybody saying, oh, where's the receipt?
That's the thing, though. I'm like, if it's my own friend that's, like putting me in a situation, that's the thing. I show no mercy. Okay, I show no mercy for no one. All right, so that's what I'm like, yeah. If it's a friend, if it's somebody that I don't know, they would have a better chance of getting out of this clean than somebody that I do know. If it's somebody that I do know, then I'm like, oh yeah, then it's like, nah, it's like we ain't cool. If you put me in a situation where I felt uncomfortable, I put trust in you, and that trust has been lost. So at that point, I'm like, oh no, I'm fighting dirty at this point now. And I'm like, yeah, that's not cool, man. I definitely, yeah, if it's a friend, I'm definitely gonna set them up, but or not set them up, but like I'm gonna tell somebody and things. But yeah, it's
saying, oh, you were 14 years old. I don't have it. At the time, I wasn't thinking this would happen. My age is on the internet. I am a public figure. I have 300,000 followers on TikTok. I have a fan base.
cares.
I have people that care about me. I don't have facial hair. I don't have any facial hair. See that? No, I don't look 18 years old. Like, come on, when are we all gonna come together and cancel this dude?
Bro,
Wait,
it's like that's he's like I'm not trying to cancel. It's like this dude he knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to get some clout and stuff. But anyways, I'm like, bro, look, don't even ask me how. But I don't know how many times I've seen dudes without like facial hair and stuff. Like I'm saying, there was when I was going to high school. When I was in high school, there was like guys with like facial hair like this that was like under the age. So it's just genetics. Like you just gonna get facial hair a little bit later on in life. Cause I'm like, yeah, I'm like with, or it's like, then it's like with some people, you just gonna have like some caveman like people, they gonna get facial hair at the age of 5. So, it happens. But yeah, it's like this guy, he's yeah. I'm still gonna stand by my statement. I personally believe he was doing this for clout.
Didn't you say that your intent wasn't to cancel him?
He deserves to be in prison. I'm trying to get kids to speak out on the situation. That's the only thing I'm trying to do.
It's like what he's trying to do is to get people to do what he's doing, following his footsteps, and just pretty much make videos talking about this and things. That's honestly what he is trying to do. It's all like, oh, let me just get a bunch of people to talk about this and stuff. But I feel like that is not going to go in his favor.
I put my socials in the bio because maybe people want to check me out, Like, you never know.
Wait, but then you just completely negated the fact that the only thing you're trying to do is help others out who are going through a similar situation. Honestly, I have no clue how James couldn't tell this kid is 14. It's literally clear by his maturity level and the way he speaks and types. I really want to know what you guys think about this entire situation. I don't want to speculate about whether Ethan is lying or not, but should he have even gone public about it? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to do a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos 3 times a week. Alright, bye.
How come I never done this? I gotta put that notification thing on, because Hot Tea, I'm like, I feel like she's one of those YouTubers where I'm like, regardless of whatever video you upload, I'm definitely gonna check it out. But yeah, that guy, I just personally feel like that he was just doing it for clout. He was just doing it for clout. He doesn't care about anybody besides himself, and he's all like, oh yeah, let me just set this. Because I think he said he was I know in Keemstar talked about this situation originally, and I think Keemstar was saying that the guy, he reached out to James Charles first. And I don't know what the conversation was. Like, I mean, you can't read it. I personally don't want to give that guy any views or attention or anything. But me personally, I will just say one thing about the whole situation is that I think he was just doing it for clout. Like, that's something like, okay, get your parents involved, like, get them on video, have them react to the whole situation, get some cops and some authorities involved. You out here saying that James Charles needs to go to prison in some video and stuff, or in some Instagram story, but I'm like, have you called the cops? Have you told them what's going on? Have you warned? I'm saying, like, because if that's the case in the investigation, my thing is that if you call the cops, an investigation will start. And then they're going to get this guy on, like, conspiracy of trying to acquire, like underage children, underage people doing some sexual perverted things and stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So an investigation would start. He's going to be under investigation. He's going to be facing all this trouble and stuff. If what you're saying is true, but if what you're saying is not true, and you let this guy, because my thing is that if you don't, everybody that I come across, like, I'm not gonna to look up to see, like, it's like if they tell me like how old they are, if I'm like speculating or if I'm getting like interested into this girl and things, I'm like, wait a minute, how old is she? That's what I'm like. I only really talk to girls where I'm all like, I went to school with them, so I know their age and things. But yeah, I'm like, for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I don't really talk to a whole, like, it's like I just have like a trust, like I said early on in the video, I have like trust issues on the internet and stuff. So yeah, but it's like if they somehow, like, if I do follow them and they're all like, oh, celebrating my 21st birthday, I'm like, all right, cool, like I could take them to like a bar and things. So this is somebody that I would talk to. But if they're all like, oh yeah, getting ready to, like, or they just don't post about their age, or they all like, oh, I'm about to get into my sophomore year in high school and things, they're like, oh yeah, unfollow. I'm like, unless it's like a family friend or somebody, I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, I'm just all like, I tried to like keep the conversations at a minimum with people that I don't trust. So it's like, if anybody that I have talked to on the internet, then you probably know, like, yeah, I don't really like talking that much to people that I don't know. If I do know you, if I like somebody that I grew up with or somebody that I'm friends with, or then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, the conversation will last on forever. But it's like, if it's somebody that I don't know, oh yeah, this conversation, that's gonna get cut short. So yeah, I try not to talk to a whole lot of people because of situations like that. So people trying to set you up for failure and things, and it's, I've been in a situation like that, and personally, yeah, it's just, well, not like it, but I've been in a situation where it's like somebody, a fan, or it's, some random YouTuber or somebody on social media try to like set you up for failure and stuff. So, and then it's like, and then when you sit down, you see it, they're only trying to do it so it's like they could get some clout and some views off of it. They're not doing it to get you in trouble or any of that stuff. Like, yeah, if it's like, yeah, if they do get you in trouble for it, then it's like, it's messed up and things. But I feel like they won't go that far to getting you in trouble, is because, like, then they're going to be under investigation once, when it's like, if that stuff gets cleared up with you, or like with James, like, yeah, if that stuff gets cleared up with James Charles, then they're gonna turn back to you, and they're gonna be all like, hey, you accuse this man of something and it ain't even true, what's up with that? Then you're gonna be the one getting in trouble. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna set somebody up for some stuff, like, make sure it's legit. But if it's not, then yeah, then it's like, just be prepared for yourself to get in trouble. But anyways, yeah, I spent enough time talking on this subject. But yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to Hot Tea for more videos like this. Like and subscribe to me too. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.